news. Truth set to frequency. Frequency news. Day 30, March 29th, Yemen made the call. Yahya Sari announced it. 2 ballistic missiles, both fired, both fall. Straight across the Red Sea at Israeli military ground. First time in this war that Sana'a sent that sound. 10 years of blockade, 10 years of Saudi strikes. Before today they kept their missiles out of sight. But Hormuz wasn't enough to hold the fire back. The gate of grief just opened with a crack. Bab al-Mandab, the gate of grief, 18 miles between the Red Sea and the dark. Bab al-Mandab, named 1,000 years ago. 2 straits in the war, and I got nowhere left to go. Hormuz in the east, day 1 we watched it close. Bab al-Mandab in the west, day 30, here we go. The world's oil moves through grief, always has, always will. The gate of grief is open, and nobody's standing still. Prince Sultan Air Base, Iranian missiles in the night. E3 sentry on the ground, 500 million lost the fight. 1 of only 16 left the eyes above the fleet. 15 soldiers wounded, 5 of them fighting in the heat. Kuwait airport burning, UAE aluminum gone. The 2nd largest supplier in the world taking the storm. Pakistan got 20 ships through Hormuz to a day. The only moving 30 that move the other way. Someone named the strait the gate of grief. 1,000 years before the missiles and the oil. They knew that every choke point has a cost. They knew the water here was always worth the toil. Trump said 3,500 targets remain. He announced this number out loud, no shame. 2,500 Marines already in the Gulf. The machine keeps feeding, and it never gets enough. Bab al-Mandab, the gate of grief, 18 miles between the Red Sea and the dark. Bab al-Mandab, day 30, here we are. 2 straits in the war, the world's oil to sky. Hormuz in the east, we sang it on day 1. Bab al-Mandab in the west, the other gates begun. The world's oil moves through grief, always has, always will. The gate of grief, day 30, and it's open still. Day 30, the Houthis fired. The 2nd strait entered the war. Someone named it the gate of grief. 1,000 years ago, they knew something. If this reached you, share it with one person who needs to hear it. Subscribe to Breaking News on Frequency News. Every morning, one story, one song. Truth set to frequency. Like, comment, share. We make this so the truth doesn't disappear in the noise. Frequency News.